The Scarecrow walks at midnight, Stanley said, repeating the phrase he had used at the train station. What does that mean? I asked Stanley. The book told me how, Stanley replied, keeping his eyes on the dark painted face on the burlap bag. The book told me how to make them walk. Huh? You mean you made the scarecrows walk? I asked, very confused. Stanley's dark eyes locked on mine. Once again, he got that very solemn expression on his face. I know how to do it. The book has all the words. I stared at him, totally confused. I didn't know what to say. I made them walk, Jody, Stanley continued in a voice just above a whisper. I made them walk last week, and now I'm the boss. Huh? The boss of the scarecrows? I stammered. Do you mean? I stopped as this dry scarecrow arm moved to my throat. Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Bookworms Goosebumps Retrospective. Today, we look at number 20 and learn why the Scarecrow walks at midnight. Jody and Mark are off for their summer tradition of visiting their grandparents' farm. They can't wait to enjoy the rural landscape, hear Grandpa's scary stories, and taste Grandma's amazing chocolate chip pancakes. But something is different this year. They look like shells of their former self. The farm has more scarecrows than what to do with, and the farm helper Stanley keeps telling them that the Scarecrow walks at midnight. Scarecrow is for the most part a decent Goosebumps book. The cover is really creepy with the evil looking scarecrow looking at us, but there isn't much else to talk about but scary scarecrow. It's a field of screams! What works for Scarecrow is location, location, location. I have always hated being alone at a farm at night with no sign of life around. You really feel the isolation since we never see another house or person for miles. It's that feeling of isolation that hits me on a personal level. Add with it a bunch of creepy scarecrow, I'm sold. Now the story works for the most part. Though at a point it felt like Jody was going through the same routine the stay out of the basement girl went through. But this story does enough to justify how Jody comes to certain conclusions. However, since the beginning, we see the grandparents treating Stanley with a lot of respect out of fear, and he keeps talking about his special book. And you don't connect the dots? Also, for the ending, why did anyone let Stanley keep his book? I'm not spoiling anything because from the first chapter, it's all he ever talks about. Of course, it has to factor into the story, but at the end you still let him keep it? Are you serious? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice? You're just dumb. Also, where did this guy get such a book? But the book still has some great moments of terror and suspense with a really good nightmare sequence that made me wonder if the grandparents were dead and made it to Scarecrow. They're not, but that would be even scarier. Overall, it's just a good, decent Goosebumps book. What about you, Internet? What's your opinion? Till next time, have a scary day.